Hey guys, so today's video is going to be a continuation of my Of Different Races series where I make different Sims of a certain aesthetic so today's is Dark Academia. And Dark Academia is actually the aesthetic that I usually dress in. I didn't realize it was Dark Academia until like last year, but that's typically the style that I typically dress in. And if I'm not dressed in Dark Academia, I'm usually dressed like a fairy. I like to wear floral skirts and fluffy shirts. Yeah, so I love to wear my elf ears. I actually need to get them recolored because if you're black, you know that they don't usually have them in our color. That you kind of have to recolor them yourself, which sucks that you can't find one in your color, but eh. And like you would think like, oh, maybe it's because not enough black people buy elf ears, but then I feel like I always see black people being like, I want to buy elf ears, but they never have them in my color. So like maybe there is a demand and like they don't realize it. I don't know. I actually have always wanted elf ear surgery. Have you guys ever heard of that, where you get surgery to make your ears pointy on the ends like an elf? I have wanted that for actually years, like actual years. And that's how I know it's not a phase. I used to be obsessed with fairies as a little girl. I used to create offerings for them. I would like put them in the park in front of my house under the trees. And like that's just what I did. I've always been obsessed with the fairy world, the fae, elves, just fantasy things like that. I've always just loved it. Anyways, this is Dark Academia, so I don't know why I'm talking about fairy core. Heavily considering going back to school and studying mortuary science, maybe even becoming a funeral director. It's something that I've always wanted to do. If you don't know what a mortician is, a mortician prepares deceased people for wakes, funerals, and interment by embalming, dressing, cosmetically enhancing, and casketing them. In smaller funeral homes, a funeral director who owns or manages a funeral home performs the duties of a mortician, also known as an embalmer or undertaker. So I definitely want to be a mortician. I would also highly consider becoming a funeral director. I really like the idea of owning a funeral home myself someday. I'm also very interested in learning herbalism, medical herbalism based off of, scientific facts about what these herbs can do. I want to be able to have the right knowledge for it. When it comes to magical herbalism, I've been doing a lot of research into hoodoo, which is African American folk magic, which by the way is a closed practice, so if you're not black, don't practice hoodoo. Magic and spell work. If you don't know anything about that kind of stuff, I highly suggest checking out Hearth Witch on YouTube. So yeah, I want to also have herbalism be a part of my business. So medical herbalism as well as folk herbalism and magical herbalism. But yeah, as I said, I want to become a mortician. I want to be someone who prepares the dead for their burials and funerals, stuff like that, and really be someone who can comfort families during that time. I've always thought about death a lot ever since I was a toddler. Like I don't remember a time of my life where I wasn't constantly thinking about before life and after life. I've always been very connected to the idea that there are subtle realms and liminal spaces that you can enter. Basically, I'm very prone to magical thinking. hence the fairies. So I've never been someone to be afraid of death. I feel like in our society, a lot of people are very afraid of death and decay in general. A lot of topics surrounding death makes people extremely uncomfortable. Most people I meet are, I was gonna say deathly afraid of death. It's like, death is not something our society really sees, and we know it happens all the time, but we never see it. We're just very disconnected from death, very just disconnected from something I feel like most cultures are very... Oh, I got a text. Anyways, I gotta go grocery shopping. Follow me on my social media. I haven't really been using social media much lately. I haven't been using Twitter at all, and I'm actually on private on Twitter, so like maybe don't follow me on that one, but you can follow me on Instagram and on TikTok. I don't really post on TikTok these days. I've just been kind of off of social media, to be honest. But yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day, a nice week, a nice month, and I will see you in my next video, which is going to be a mashup of, and my next video should be out soon. It's going to be a mashup of my subscriber create a sim and my of different races series, so I'm very excited for that. It's very themed and it was so fun to make. So yeah, tune in for my next video and I'll see you guys later. Bye.